The full game of Foundation is finally out. After several years in early access, today on the 30th of January 2025, Foundation version 1 is out. This game inspired Manor and many others, and to some extent it's actually still better than Manor. I'm gonna show you I love this game. If you played it during early access, you're gonna be very surprised because there is tons of new things. We're talking about a completely revamped UI, completely revamped graphics, music, and the gameplay too. We have tons of new things in the gameplay, and even now, when you start a new game, you can see tons of new things. So let's dive right in. I'm really excited. This is definitely gonna be a series where I'm gonna teach you how to master this game. So first of all, select your map. We're gonna be able to play a coastal map. We're gonna be able to play fluvial or hill. I think a fluvial one looks so nice. We can have a river in the middle. This mountain here can be where I put my castle. And yeah, you can, obviously randomize everything. You can add rivers, low. Maybe let's put a bit more like this. I will put the seed over here in the video description below. So if you want, you can play on the exact same map as I'm going to play, but of course you don't have to. Then we move on to select your rules. You can play casual and easygoing, classic, how it's intended, challenge, creative or custom. Creative being, you just build whatever you want, there's no constraint. As this is our first series in version 1, I think we're gonna go with classic, but as you can see, you can really customize everything. You can have the tutorial, yes or no, you can have your army that is invulnerable or not. Then we move to something really cool, the aspiration. There you can decide, I just want to play sandbox basically, right? Relax and play on my own. I want to have a goal to build a prestigious city, work, right? This is especially focusing on labor. Or prosperous theory. This is, you're gonna build basically a huge cathedral, right? Or build a mighty stronghold. For experienced player who want to dive into the military side of the game. And we're going to do it all, we're gonna go and do it all, but I think the goal is gonna be to make a beautiful church, a cathedral. Reach a population of 150 monastics, host the abbess at your monastery, and splendor for clergy, estate is 500 or more. You will not be able to build a castle, you will have to keep your villager. Oh no, that's not great. Okay. So this is new challenges. I didn't remember those restrictions. I guess we have restrictions here on don't build a monastery, don't build a castle, okay? And here never build a monastery. And if we do relax and play on my own, you can basically do it all. So actually I'm changing my mind. We're going to do this one because I don't want to have the constraint of, not being able to increase my population, for example, not promoting villager. I actually want to show you how to promote villagers, but that is giving us some great goals for the future, right? For the next Let's Play. And now here, as you can see, you can do a lot, right? We can change our emblem, we can change our village name. Again, you can randomize if you want, but you can also just write it. I also love here that you have a different title. Now, this is the first time we're playing version 1, so our only title is Pioneer. In the future, we'll be able to unlock other ones. My name is gonna be Gamer Consultant. Our village is gonna be Beard City. Thank you, Beard, for all of your support as a YouTube member. And for all of you Patreon supporters and other YouTube members, don't worry, you're gonna get villagers and other things in your name. Now, in terms of our shield, this is not a bad shield. I'm sure we'll be able to unlock some others over here, especially with mods, because there's definitely tons of mods in this game. I like the keys, they're pretty cool. The flags are a bit classic, but they're also pretty cool, to be honest. Let's go with red, and then this one, maybe a bit more like blue. Yeah, that's good. And okay, I don't know if you like it, but we're gonna go with this. Again, you can choose everything, so that's what's really cool. Let's start the game and dive into the gameplay. Again, I have, as you may have seen, left the tutorial because I know the tutorial has changed, so I just want to make sure I don't miss anything new, but I'm going to explain the game as we go. Don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below also if you have any requests for this series. But here we are in the game, a new beginning. After a long journey through the realm, your people finally reach new lands, your lands, territory you can settle for reason of your own, and your villagers await your command. Okay, so it is, obviously, yeah, our objective of the tutorial are in the bottom left over here. So as you can see, we can move around. You can also move up and down, right? You can zoom. Yeah, it is. We can also actually press rotate, right? We can also tilt the camera if you prefer. So you can really play however you want. This is not always the case. We're going to have multiple territories on the map. Similar to Manor, as I said, this inspired Manor a lot. Each of these is a different territory, right? And we're going to start with one, and of course, after by many others. So let's take a quick look at our map. Alright, we have over here the end of the map, the river, and we can go on the other side too. But this map is big. I like that we have water here. We do have also some stone. But where are my berries? Okay, I see a couple of berries here. Not so much there. This is a pretty small territory. I think this one looks good for a starting location. We have some stone, some wood, some berries, and quite a bit of space on this side to start our city. We're a bit on the corner of the map, but it's okay. We can just expand. So let's go. It costs nothing because, again, this is the first one. But here we are. So now we're going to want to obviously start placing some building, starting with our village center, which is just basically dropping all of the resources we have somewhere. I think we're gonna drop it more on this side, because I'm gonna have a lot of resources here. You can see, you can move building, you can also rotate it, you can do it all in this game, so no problem. Here it is. Our people have arrived. We have 10 people, and they will be moving, and they all have a name, right? They're all individually simulated. For example, this is Maban. No, that's not a good name, sorry. You're gonna be Christoph. Thank you, Christoph, for all of your support. 1 year of YouTube membership. This is great. Thank you again. So we confirm right now he's unemployed and he's on free time. He has no house, no water, no food, nothing. Poor Christoph. We're gonna change that soon, Christoph, don't worry. And I like, it may seem simple, but it's one of those things that many games don't have these days. I don't understand it. You can move the menu anywhere you want. You can pin it if you don't want, to keep it. You cannot pin it if you don't want to. You can do it all. Alright, we have over here Mayor. No, you're not the mayor. You are going to be I Love Comics. Thanks again, also I Love Comics, for all of your support on Patreon. And later we'll also have a few others. But first, let's continue moving forward. We are gonna want to organize our people into different type of work. But what I found really good in this game is if somebody is, for example, a woodcutter, they're going to start gaining experience as a woodcutter. They're going to move, from level 1 woodcutter to level 2 to level 3. And with this, they get more and more efficient, better at their job. So yeah, to rotate, by the way, you press Alt and then you can rotate it easily. So yeah, we're going to put it over here. And you may have realized already, this is not a grid city builder. This is a gridless city builder. You can place everything anywhere you want. You're not going to place road. Your villagers are going to make road themselves by, if somebody walks from here to there a lot of time, this is going to make a road over here. So again, a lot of inspiration for Manor Lord and really good. Now we've built a builder workshop. This is where we're going to assign 2 people, Dusseline and Fedegis, that are going to be my builder. They're going to build new buildings basically. Starting with the lumber camp, right? So we have a lumber camp on this. We have, we have some wood on this side. We have also a bit on this side, but I think we're going to start over here. So let's put it there. For now, we're going to start with 1. It's going to cost me 2 tools and 10 coins. Right? We have 450 coins right now, so that's not a problem. And we also got a bit of resources at the start, right? Some berries, some cloth, some wood, and some tools. And again, UI is clean, but as soon as you over it, you can see a lot of details. Then I can manage it into the tracking and everything. So really good. The builders, they brought some resources and now it's been built. Now that was a small building, so it didn't take long. But yeah, next, when we have some builder, a really cool thing with this game is we're gonna tell them where they should be cutting. You can decide to keep these trees and focus on these ones, for example. But no, in this case over here, I think we're gonna tell them, go crazy over here, to be honest. Because I just want to make space for a city there, and then we can go into another forest, etc. We'll be able to replant tree also in the future. Actually, we already have access to the forester camp, but I suggest you don't do it right away. You don't really need to. Instead, let's focus on the gathering hut to get, some berries. As soon as you select it, you can see where the berries are. There's actually not that many close by. This is very far. So now I think we're gonna go over here and just, focus on that berry there. Then they'll walk over here, they'll walk over there. It's not the perfect location. I thought there was a bit more berries close by, but that's okay. So I'm rotating it, putting it, for now, let's just put it there. We can always move it and also build another one in the future. But yeah, that's a start. That's a start. We don't fully have roads yet, but you may see there's a start of the road. And yeah, they're bringing some resources, start building. There it is, we have 10, so it's going to be quick to build it. You can see Dusseline is assigned to it. You can prioritize the building. If you're building 10 different things and you don't want to wait for the final one, you definitely can do that. We have the logs over here, by the way. There is a reserve of 50 in one number camp, so in the future we're also gonna want, you know, more reserves, but for now, it's a good start. I'm playing on speed 1, by the way. You can see we are on the month number 1, week number 1, day 3. You can accelerate that, you know, with this button or with your number pad. We're gonna assign a couple of people there. So I still have 4 people that are doing nothing. You can see them over here. And then we have 2 workers there. And look at this. Now, because they've been assigned, their clothes have changed. They now have a different hat and all of this. Really cool, really cool. But yeah, we're starting to make food, and obviously food is critical, right? You want to have food, otherwise your people are not going to be happy. Which leads us into needs and happiness. I showed you that quickly before, right? But if I look at Duceline, actually, Duceline, you're going to become your new name, Duceline, even if it's not really a name for, you know, the female gender, is going to be Gustavo. Thank you, Gustavo, for all of your support also on Patreon. But yes, if I look at, you know, Gustavo over here, by the way, what I said before, he's a builder, well, she's a builder, and she's level 1, but look at this green bar, and she's gonna be level 2 soon, actually. Our happiness, on the other hand, is at 0%, not good. She's gonna leave if I don't do anything, something, right? So, and, you know, she's not too difficult. She wants some water, some rustic food, like berries, and a house. Again, that's not too bad, I understand. Then you also have additional needs to really try to get them, you know, to 100%, and also to upgrade them in the future. But let's focus on the basic one, starting with the house. Now, a house, you're not going to actually build a house. You're going to tell them where to build, and they're going to build themselves. So let's go. I think we're going to go and build over here. There is quite a bit of space. I want to avoid going there because we're going to have some workers there. But yeah, you know, they're going to start building houses there on their own. Not fully on their own because it does take some resources. So they're going to take resources. Here it is. The first one is already there. So this is the first house. We're going to... whose house is it, actually? Let's check it. This is the house of Fredegis. And actually, no. This is going to become the house of Justin. So we can rename him to Justin. Thank you, Justin. And we're going to say this is Justin's house. And you can go crazy, put whatever you want. And it's not just, you know, a small gimmick. Is when we go into the statistic menus and things like this, you're going to be able to see all of this. So it can also help you remember. You can give, you know, this can be a first village, then you can build a second village there and then give them different names. But anyway, you know, this house, Justin's house, it's going to require 11 wood to be built. So they're going to build, you know, they're going to bring some wood and then build it. Right now, this is just a normal low level, you know, house that can have 2 people, and, you know, they're not so happy. In the future, we're going to be able to upgrade it. You're going to be able to upgrade the quality of the house, but you're going to be able to also increase the density, so you can have more people. For this, we're going to need to make sure, you know, to provide things. For example, providing fortification, providing beautification in the area, like flowers. So yeah, this is really cool. This is really cool. And now we've unlocked, you know, some new buildings, 2 to be precise, a well, which you probably want to put, you know, close to your houses, because they're going to want that water. So let's put it over here. And we have also unlocked the stone cutter camp, because the well actually needs some stone. So it's good to have stone. And by the way, you may see there's 2 white arrows. This is the entry and exit of the building. So this is where, you know, you want basically your roads to go. So for example, I could say like this. All right, this way I have a road like that. And in the future, we can have also one in the back. Okay, but yeah, this is good. This is good progress. Let's continue moving forward. I know if you're familiar with the game, it may not be nothing new, but I'm hoping that similar to Satisfactory version 1 and others, with the full release of Foundation, we have tons of new players joining the game. I saw that as soon as the game released, the peak number of players record was beat on Steam, so that's really cool. But yeah, it is. You can see a couple of houses are coming. Each of those houses, as I said earlier, for now will take 2 people. Given that we have 10 people, you know, we need to build at least 5 so that all of my villagers have a roof. And these houses do take quite a bit of space because, you know, they want a garden like in Minor Lord. They are going to also get bigger, as I say, in the future. So this is why. This is why. If you are not happy, by the way, you can also remove, you know, the residential area by right-clicking on the area. And if you do that, you know, the house will actually leave. So that is, again, some pretty cool things. Anyway, let's expand this. I think that would be enough. They're bringing some wood slowly but surely. It is. We have a first house that should be built soon. This is actually not the mission, by the way. The mission is to build a well. So I'm going to prioritize the stone cutter so that we start getting actually some stone, because we need 5 stone for the well. Right? So instead of the house, please prioritize the stone cutter. Perfect. We brought some wood now, and then we can just assign a couple of people to it. Right? We're gonna have, of course, also a market after, and many other things. By the way, this is, of course, not the only game we're covering on the channel. If you don't know my channel, we do cover a lot of city builders and similar games. So we have, for example, a Satisfactory series going right now. We have also the new Airborne Empire game. But yeah, here's the house. By the way, you can go so close. Look at these flowers. You can go really close, and a lot of that. Yeah, the guy's here. Yeah, he's cleaning his house. All good, all good. And they don't all look the same. You'll see the different variation. Like here, it's cutting wood. There's some milk there, I guess, or water. And yeah, we're starting to get some stone. So hopefully, yeah, already 2. Let's increase our speed to ×3. By the way, we've been cutting some wood, right? So slowly but surely the forest will disappear. Similar for the berries, by the way. If you use too much berries, they may go away. And yeah, my people are slowly but surely gaining experience in their job. Love it. Almost there. 1 more stone and we'll be done. I'm going to try to definitely do multiple episodes per week. But if you are not subscribed, please do so. There it is. The well is being built. And with that, my people, you know, on their way back from their job, when they go to bed, they're gonna take a bit of water at the well and go to bed. They'll be happy. Then we have our first multi-part buildings. This is what makes Foundation a really unique game, in my opinion, and again, something better than Manor in many aspects. Because you're going to be able to build multi-part buildings, like the name says. The first one is the market. The market is not that different, but very soon we'll be able to see others. For example, the manor house or something like the castle. Many of those big buildings, you're going to be able to customize so that mine will be very different from yours. And it's not just visual, it's also gameplay wise. So I hope you're excited with this. But first, yeah, we need to do a basic market. And I say basic also because we are at the beginning of the game, of the tutorial, so they haven't unlocked many things. But in the future, we're going to unlock many items. So we have the food store. Now, thinking about the market, I think we're going to actually put it over here. Again, we can rotate it. I think we're actually going to rotate it like this, build it, and this is going to be the first part of this building, right? So let's make sure they build it. I mean, all the houses have been built actually, and see now my happiness is higher. We are at 48% because I think everybody has a house now, and everybody has water too. So next, they just want some food, which is why we're making a food store, right? We're going to be able to put our berries there in a sec. It's almost built. It is. So let's assign someone, let's assign a resource, because you can decide which resource to put there. And as they say, we can start editing the building. So instead of, you know, just having a food store, maybe we want to have more. First of all, maybe we want to move it, but maybe we want to put also a tent on it. We're going to put a tent on it. And as I said, this is really the beginning of being, multi-part buildings. We'll be able to do a lot more very soon. We are now Lord and Lady Knights. We need to assign a job to all of my villagers. Okay. Well, you know, we're not that high on wood. I feel like we may want to put another woodcutter. And in the future, maybe also build maybe another lumber camp. You'll be able to also upgrade your lumber camp. This is something new from the early access. It wasn't available in early access. In version 1, you'll be able to upgrade many buildings so that you start having, for example, more worker in them, but they will become also more efficient and many other things. So I hope you're excited with that too. But yeah, our city is growing slowly but surely, and we have roads now, right? You can see the roads all going to the center of my town. That is cool. Also going into some of the houses. Soon we're going to get also more people, of course. We're not going to stay at 10 forever. We're going to be able also to get, more territories. To finish this mission, to basically get immigration to kick off, we need to have 75% of happiness. We're almost there, right? We're at 70. There's basically a couple of people that didn't go to the market yet. I don't know what they're doing. And where is where is the shopkeeper is gone? Where is he? So you can actually click on Christophe and see where he is. Okay, Christophe was doing a nap, basically. That's what was happening. Come on, Christophe. I know you can do better than this. Don't take a nap, go to your food store. People want to buy some berries. There's still basically, I think, one person or two people that don't have berries. Okay, one done. Here it is, 75%. Everybody has berries. Love it. So we have now immigration, and we can also start profiting from trade. For this, we're gonna have multiple neighbors. We're gonna be able to start playing also with unlocking buildings into, let's call it the research tree. They call it the progression screen, but it's basically the same thing. Right? We have it available over here. Right now, we only have access to the common paths. This is, let's say, the standard buildings that everybody needs. Then we're going to unlock also on the side multiple other paths, like the labor path, the military one, the clergy one. So you will see also that very soon. But yeah, first, we have the common path, and we have the concept of prosperity. Right now, as soon as you have 0 prosperity, you unlock a couple of buildings. Storage, we're going to need that, so let's just unlock it. The fishing, village wooden bridge, and also the village fence, which control movement. Like you can basically create roads wherever you want with those fences. When we get to 10 prosperity, we will unlock many new buildings. Same at 50, 100, 200. For your prosperity, right now we have 2 because we have a bit of population. If we get more territories, if we start having beautiful cities, those type of things, we will start getting more prosperity. We'll talk about this in the future. But for now, we have unlocked the storage. So they tell us to build a warehouse and to start making some planks too. So we do have a couple of new buildings. We have the warehouse, the granary for food, and we have the sawmill. Now, the sawmill is going to transform wood into planks. That makes sense. This, if you're wondering, this brown circle, this is basically negative attractiveness. Right? People don't want to live next to the industries. But this is why I'm putting them all together and not so close to the house. So I think over here is looking good. And then we can put the warehouse just behind it. Where is it? This one. Of course, in the future, we're going to need more warehouses, more of everything. But it's a start, it's a start. I think we're going to put it somewhere over here. Yes. Okay. So we're building it, those 2 things. Now, I think we will want also another wood lumberjack soon. But let's wait for immigration to kick in. Right now, we have high immigration because my employment is high. Basically, everybody is working. Happiness is okay. So in 6 days, we're going to get some immigration. That is great. That is great. They may need some new place for houses. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of space for housing. Maybe over here, I guess. You can expand a bit. And also this one, actually. I can move the builder's house. So we can edit it. And we can move it like that. Maybe put it over here. Oh, and it is. So I'm doing too many things at the same time. So it costs me a bit of resources, depending also on how far you move it, it may be even more resource. So we have 2 people over here, right, that want to join. If you click on them, they will join. If you don't, and this timer, goes to the end, then they will leave. But yeah, let's definitely take those 2 people and let's directly assign them to the sawmill. We're gonna have 3 workers on lumber and 2 on sawmill. I think if we get a couple more, we will start probably another one too. I'm thinking that soon we'll probably have access to second territory, and maybe we need to take this one, and then actually, where is there some stone? We'll see when we get there. Sorry, I'm just trying to plan ahead. By the way, this is resources that have no space right now. We're gonna want to put them into a warehouse in the future. Now, warehouse costs 10 stone, but also 15 planks. So important for us to start making planks for sure. Okay, but yeah, the city is growing. They are building a new house for the 2 new joiners over here. That's fine. We can also have a quick look at the map while we're waiting. This is the whole map. Oh, and now 4 new joiners. Perfect. So with this, we can definitely turbocharge our city. So let's go. We're gonna want another, and by the way, you can also filter your buildings, right? So this is only my food building, my resource production. You can search. So let's go lumber. I think we're gonna move working space over here. We have a lot of berries, we have a lot of trees. So slowly but surely, I think we're gonna move it towards here. The problem is they are gonna have to walk far. Not ideal, not ideal. Okay, for now, let's just put it here. We can move them later when we'll have anyway more money and all of that. I will build now the forester camp next to it, so that this forest basically never, disappears. They're going to just continue rebuilding it. I will show you in the second half. While we have a couple of new people, let's put one more into the sawmill. Good. They will build new houses here, you can see it. I think though we will make sure, we will pause it for now. But here it is. I'm going to pause both of those houses to focus first on getting some more wood, because right now we're very low on wood and planks. So it is. All of my people are now working. How many do I have on berries? We have 2. We have 46 berries, so seems okay. And stone, we have 15. Okay, I will just put one less here so that I can put on the reforester. So let's go. Let's put one forester. And let me show you how you reforest. Is you click on the reforester and you're going to click on paint reforesting area. And basically I'm gonna say paint like here. This is where I want you to keep a lot of trees basically, right? All of this area there. Cool. We have finished the warehouse. The warehouse will though take also one worker or multiple. So we're going to add one for now. I shouldn't have put sorry, my bad. My bad. That's fine. Too late. Too late. And we're going to assign the planks to the warehouse. So now we're going to start making basically some reserves. And you can decide if you want, to have a lot of reserves or not too much. Like you can accept or reject. You can, increase the stock for it. You can do it all. You can do it all. We have now gotten access, if I press tab, to the royal book. So this is Build City of the Pioneer Gamer Consultant. We are aspiring to relax and play on our own. But more importantly, we have many things happening here. Right? We have most things you haven't seen yet, so let's go one by one. First, we have the edicts and privileges. We're gonna unlock that later, but it's basically laws if you wish, right? Then we have the trade routes. We can unlock trade routes with many AIs if you wish, right? That are not on the map, they're just outside of the map. The first one is definitely gonna be Northbury, takes 20 planks. The other one we can't really do at this point, as you can see with the resources needed. And with each of them, they will buy certain items, sell certain items for different amounts. So it's trading. Then F4, you can see all of the resources that we have right now. You can see how much I have. I can, track it. I can, try to buy and sell it. You can do it all. You can do it all. We have same for villagers. And again, the names can be useful, right? You can see also their level, what they are, right? I can see where their house is, where their workplaces, and where they are right now. Their job, their level. So for example, we just moved Lodestar to Transporter, so that's a shame. We should have left her as a woodcutter. She was probably, a good level for woodcutter. Actually, oh no, she was still level 1. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. We can see their happiness and some problems. Maybe they don't have a house or those type of things. We have then the same for the buildings. Again, you can see their names, where they are, who's working there. You can add with one click, more people. So that's really cool. And the status. Is it maybe missing some of the input material? Is it full? All those there. My budget, how much we spent last month, this month, expenses, income, with tax, etc. And then lastly, the logs, where you can see really everything happening. So I think to me, this is really showing that this game indeed was in early access for a long time, but they took advantage of this. They really, thought about all of the quality of life that are needed, and we have them all. So I love this. Again, you press tab to get there, or you click on this button over here. But yeah, now we need to unlock, this trade route and allow the sale of planks. For this, we need to have 20. We have 17 there. Okay, there's a new joiner. Let's take it for sure. Let's take it. We are good on most things. I think we're going to continue increasing maybe the berries, and it should probably be also the time to move my berry building over here. So let's go. Let's move it all the way here because there's tons of berries. I'm not going to build a granary right away because there is 50 of reserve inside this building. Plus there is also 30 into the market. So I think we have plenty for now. Yeah, at some point, we will move these ones there too, but for now it's okay. It's okay. We're building houses on this side, and actually, sorry, I should unpause now these two houses. Right, it's time for them to get their house in order, as we say. Slowly but surely, our progression, by the way, has been increasing because our population is increasing. We have now 26 planks, so let's go back into here and unlock the trade route with Northbury. We have the same concept of, even for people, they're gaining a bit of RPG. This is the same over here, where right now we're at level 1 trade route with Northbury. We start trading a lot, then it's going to increase. It's going to increase now where you can increase the volume, etc. So really cool things over there. Now, how do you make the sell happen? We go F4 into your resource, and we can find the planks over here, right? We can say that we're going to sell above a certain value. So for example, we can say sell above 10. So right now I have 12, or 13, sorry, I just got one more. So I'm going to sell 4 now, as soon as, the merchant comes. You can choose whatever number you want. I do suggest, especially for something like plank, you don't sell it all, you keep a few, otherwise, this is going to be a problem for your economy. Now it's time to really have a modular building. This is what I really wanted to show you into this first episode with the manor house. So let's do this. First, they do tell us to buy a new territory, so we're gonna do that for sure. And I'm thinking either this one or that one. Actually, that one is pretty good. There's quite a bit of space there. The only good thing here is we could move our stone production very far. Good question. So give me a second. I definitely, this one is a lot of forest. Now, I think we're going to take this one, just continue to expand our city on this side. Now, with our second territory, we have gotten a bit more of prosperity. We've gotten actually, 2 more of prosperity thanks to the second territory, but we also have 5 thanks to commerce and 3 thanks to population. So we've gotten to 10. And if you remember, with 10, what is the progression? Control P, sorry, I forgot. So with 10, we unlock the second tier over here, right? We've unlocked the clothing, good market, stone mason hut to transform the stone into polished stone. We have the tooling, butchery, extend village edict, storage improvement, lumber camp improvement, the tier 2 decorations, and farming. Quite a lot of things. And on top of this, we've also unlocked the new and different path, right? Not just the common path, but we have the labor one, the kingdom, and the clergy. So if you remember at the beginning of the episode that we talked about some of the aspiration, here, you have, for example, your monastic church, right? So this is, if you go with clergy, you're going to want to go all the way there. But yeah, many different things, including, weapons for soldiers. We're going to want to do some of these, but before, let me show you, no, actually, yes, we need to go there, sorry, for the manor house. This is in labor, where it's going to cost us 25, but it will unlock the manor house with the great hall and the tax office. I will explain that in a second. I keep pressing escape instead of Control P, basically, to go back here. Sorry about that. But yeah, we have our manor house into the monuments. So the manor house should be on top of the hill, right? That makes sense. So we can choose to make it a great hall, the tax office, or free build. Basically, just free build is if you want to build something beautiful, but with no impact to gameplay. We're going to start with the Great Hall because that's a mission, then we can expand it into a tax office. And as I mentioned before, we're going to get access to quite a few things from the start, but we're going to get access to even more very soon. And with mods, you can go crazy, of course. Now, to build a great house, we want to have at least one room. We want to have at least one visitor path or entrance, and we want to have at least a door so that people can get inside. But this is really at least, this is the minimum. We can go crazy if we want. Now, if we go crazy, it's going to cost us a lot of resource, but we can. So let's see, for example, here it is. This is going to be the first building of the manor. We can rotate it, of course, move it. We can also extend it. The more you extend it, the more it's going to cost. But let's make it, 2 stories, I guess. Okay. Then we're going to add a couple of things. Like let's add a small tower. I know if you've seen me play this game before, this may be nothing new, but I still think it's great. So you can see that tower could be very big. We're not gonna make it that big. Ooh, there's already a lot of resources. We're gonna want a chimney for sure. Ooh, maybe a chimney on the side like this. That's gonna look good. So we're gonna put it there and we're gonna extend it high. Ooh, this is a lot. This is a lot. Okay, I think we're gonna need to go slightly less crazy, ladies and gents. We're still at the beginning of the game, but we can expand it in the future, you know, when we become rich, basically. Okay, so that is a fairly good start. Now we're gonna want a small entrance right in front, and now with this, you can see this is becoming green because we have access inside. We also need a visitor location, but I'm a bit mean. I'm not going to get the visitor to go through the main door. I'm gonna tell them to go on the side, actually over here. Oh, wait, what do we have? Yeah, this is for the horses. This is where you wait. If you want to come see me, you must go by the horses. You go over here. I'm obviously joking a bit here. In reality, you probably don't do this, but it is to show you that you can if you want. And now if we look at this tooltip there, we can see we have at least one home. We have at least a visitor path, and we have a door. This is going to cost us quite a bit of money. This is going to also give us some labor splendor and also a bit of maintenance, right? So we're gonna need to keep that in mind. But yeah, let's build it. Oh, actually, I think I made a mistake. It requires polished stone. I'm not making polished stone right now. So we're gonna need to unlock polished stone, which was this one here. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I think it will take a minute though for this to happen, because again, remember, there's quite a lot of resources and it requires polished stone. So I'm gonna have, you know, to basically build this new production of polished stone. We're going to put it, I think, somewhere over here. I know it's not too far, but we're going to rotate it like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so this should be the priority, because if we don't have that, they won't be able to do anything here. We do have two people doing nothing, so I guess they will be working there. And how are we doing on wood? Wood is okay, wood is okay. How many do we have on stone? We only have one, so let's put one actually. Okay, good. So yeah, ladies and gents, this is Foundation version 1. Our city is already slowly growing, and I love, by the way, this elevation there. I think it's gonna look so nice when we're gonna have the manor on top like this, a lot of the production at the bottom, the market in the middle. We're gonna grow it, of course, in the future. By the way, one thing we can already do with the market, like for example, I can add a sign. You know, I can add a sign next to it that says, okay, this is berries over here. This is going to give me a bit of splendor. Or in the future, I can also have different tents of different colors. And by the way, I didn't mention that even the rustic tent that we built, this wasn't just to make it pretty. It actually has an impact, right? It increases the capacity of that building by 20. So all of this, I think, really powerful. I know I'm repeating myself, but this game has a lot. And I know the graphics may not be Manor-Lord's graphics, but it is still so beautiful and the gameplay is amazing. So if you haven't played this game before, I think this is the perfect time to jump into it. Of course, I will put the Steam link in the video description below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's also the perfect time to do it so that you don't miss any of the next episode, which will come again multiple per weeks as we continue also our other series. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.